Hello.
It's all about Ghanaian languages. It's all about Ghanaian Ghanaian languages, Junior.
Hello everyone and welcome to today's lesson with Huniah, and today we shall be looking at the Ga negative series. That's Ga negative 3. That's the negatives in the perfect sense. Well, this lesson is very important because we started a Ga negative series, and one may ask, why negatives in the perfect sense? Yes, this lesson, is very important because the Ga negatives, or how to form negative sentences in Ga, are in phases. Okay, we have different types, and this type of negative statement, I choose to call it the negatives in the perfect sense because when you translate it to the English language, they usually the right way to translate them will be in the perfect tenses. That's what I call the negatives in the perfect sense. Okay, so without wasting much time, we shall begin shortly. But then I would like to tell you that I went on a knowghanabetter tour, and I will urge all of you to check out my first tour video. Actually, it was about my book Knowghanabetter, which came out not long ago, and I will talk about that at the end of this video. But then for now, let's just begin our lesson. Okay, so for the negatives in the perfect sense, let's start it this way. First of all, to construct such negatives, you need a subject pronoun. So if you remember, we have treated Ga subject pronoun, so you find that link in the description box below if in case you missed that lesson or you are new to the channel. So you need a Ga subject pronoun plus a verb, that's a Ga verb, plus ko. So Ga subject pronoun, that's a GSP, plus a verb plus ko to form your negatives in the perfect tense. So to cite examples, let's just list out the Ga subject pronouns briefly. That's in, o, e, wo, nye, ame, a. Okay, in, o, e, wo, nye, ame, and a. So let's take the verb ba. So as usual, the subject pronoun plus the verb plus ko. So maybe I haven't come. Imbako, himbako, himbako, I haven't come. Then so it continues in that order. Obako, ebako, wabako, nyebako, amebako, abako. So don't forget a, like abako a. One hasn't come or they haven't come. Okay, and don't forget the a is more like o. So ebako a, one hasn't come. Oh, that o is not really in English, but that's how I can represent it. One hasn't come. Oh, it's just like a way to lay emphasis. So one hasn't come, but we use the a to just lay emphasis. Moko abako a. Okay, so let's use the next verb ya, that's to go. So eyako, he isn't gone, or he is not gone. He is not gone. Eyako, I am not gone. Oyako, you are not gone. Wayako, we are not gone. Wayako a, so when you add the a, we are not yet gone, or we are not gone yet. It's just to lay emphasis. We are not gone yet. Nyeyako a, you are not gone yet. Ameyako a, they are not gone yet. or ayakwe, they are not gone yet. Hope you are getting it. So the A is just to lay emphasis. So let's just take another simple verb. Femo, that's to do. And if you remember from Ghan verbs, femo is a verb with more suffix. That's Ghan verbs 3. Verbs with more suffix. So you have to eliminate the more to be able to construct the sentence. So you will finally for the Ghan subject pronouns and Ghan verbs 1. So when you start with the Ghan subject pronouns, you'll be able, you just try to complete all the lessons. There are 5 in the series. And for the Ghan verbs, at the moment there are 3 in the series, but there are more to come. So that way you'll be able to understand the entire concept. So ifekwe, I haven't done it yet. Or ifeko. Now this time let's use efeko or efekwe. Efeko, he hasn't done it or she hasn't done it. Efekwe, he hasn't done it yet or she hasn't done it yet. But then let's name a person. Let's use an actual name. Well, in Ghana, okay, when you name a person, okay, you still have to separate with a comma and bring a. So it's more like Huniah-Yourhighness. Huniah, he hasn't done it yet. Huniah, he hasn't done it. That's how we create sentences in Ghana. Huniah-Yourhighness. You have to, when you mention a person, okay, usually that's the third person pronoun. The third person pronoun itself must come again. So maybe Kwabina Efekwe. Kwabina, he hasn't done it yet. Or Kwabina Efeko. Ama Efeko. Ama, she hasn't done it. That's how we express ourselves in the Ghan language. Ama Eyako. Now, this time I said Ama, okay. I'm not going to repeat this again, but I'll just, okay, let me just bring it. In Ghana, we say the Ama, she hasn't gone. You can say Ama Eyako or Ama Eyako. Ama Eyako or Ama Eyako. Ama, she hasn't gone, or the Ama. Well, with such statements, you can usually experience them in maybe Catalan or in Portuguese or in Spanish. Maybe Ankar Nuanat. Ankar Nuanat. The Carl or the Charles is not, he has not gone. Like that type of statement. Okay. Maybe our Pedra no affect a la cosa. Our Pedra no affect a la cosa. So the Peter, he has not done the thing in Catalan language. You know, that type of statement is also in Ghana. So maybe Huniah Eyako, the Huniah has not gone. Well, this is will be reserved for a later time, but let's just keep it simple. Okay, Huniah-Yourhighness or Ama Eyako. But then, if to explain it much better, whenever a word, okay, ends with a, okay, just elongate it to mean the. So maybe Huniah, okay, because the sound is a, okay, so you just add another a to make it the Huniah. Huniah. If it's Ama, just make it Ama. So let's intentionally use maybe a name like Al-Hassan. Okay, Al-Hassan. But then in Ghana, it sounds like Al-Hassan. As if the end is not there. Al-Hassan. So Al-Hassan. Okay, so just use the sound. Okay, whenever you hear a word ending with A, just add another A. Okay, to make it the person. So maybe Ba, which is leaf. Ba, the leaf. Okay, so maybe it is finished. It's Eta. So Ba Etako, the leaf is not finished, or the leaf hasn't finished, or the leaf is not exhausted. Ba Etako. Then let's still stay on Femo. Maybe let's just name another person. maybe David. David efeko. David efeko. Now this time let's import ni. Ni means thing in Ga. So David efeko ni, or David efeko ni. David hasn't done the thing. David efeko ni. David hasn't done the thing. David efeko ni. Yeah. Let's use another name, maybe the name of my mother, Botele. Botele efeko ni. So we've used 3 verbs, that's ba, ya, and femo in this concept, and we've also learned eta, it is finished. Let's use another verb, ye. Ye means eat. So let's still use botele. Botele eye koniye. So botele, she hasn't eaten the thing, something like that. So botele hasn't eaten the thing. Well, that's the literal translation, but to explain further, ni means thing, okay, but in the context of ye, which is eating, when it's joined to ye, which is eating, then ni no longer means thing again. Now it means food. So botele ye koni, it means botele hasn't eaten the food. Or better still, you can use the appropriate word for food, that's ni. So botele ye koni ni. So botele hasn't eaten the food. So you can say ye ni, that's it, or ye ni. Both are correct. You are never wrong. But ni is the appropriate word for food. But when you attach ni to ye, it also means food. So let's use in ye koni. I haven't eaten. Now before we proceed, let's learn how to say morning, afternoon, and evening in Ga. Morning is lebi. Lebi. Then afternoon is shane. Shane. Then evening, beke. Beke. So inye koni keje lebi. Keje means since. Inye koni keje lebi. I haven't eaten since morning. Inye koni keje shane. I haven't eaten since afternoon. Inye koni keje shane. I haven't eaten since afternoon. Inye koni keje beke. I haven't eaten since night. Inye koni keje beke. Okay. So we are not going to add more verbs because I started to listen to Valerie Lindsay where she made a very good argument that just creating more sentences with more verbs usually confuse the audience or confuses you. So I decided to limit the verbs this time, at least, so that it will better enhance understanding. So let's create another sentence with some of the verbs we've learned. Let's use femo again. So let's use a different name, a name which everyone will know. Maybe Paul. Okay, Paul in Ghana is Paulo. Paulo. So maybe Paul hasn't done the thing since morning, or yes, Paul hasn't done the thing since morning. In this case, thing means work. So Paul hasn't done the work since morning. Paulo efe koni ekejelebi. Paulo efe koni ekejelebi. Paul hasn't done the work since morning. Paulo efe koni ekejeshane. Paul hasn't done the thing since afternoon. Maybe work, maybe you've given him an assignment to do, homework, anything. So ni is more of an anonymous, it's more in the anonymous context. Okay. Paulo efe koni ekejeshane. Allo means or. Allo Paulo efe koni ekejebeke. So I will take another sentence. Maybe Andrews. Okay, so let's use Andrews. Oh, okay, so now let's use a Ga name. Ni. So ni efe koni. Ni hasn't done the thing. Or ni efe koni keje shane. Ni hasn't done the thing since afternoon. Okay, so like I said, I wanted to make you understand this, But let's still use another sentence here. Maybe ni bako kejelebi. Ni bako kejelebi. Ni hasn't come since morning. Someone may ask, Huniah, you said that we are supposed to say ni ebako keje because you have to bring the a. Yes. Indeed, that's the appropriate way. But then, you know, with time, language is very dynamic. So with time, in some context or in some verbal context, we've been able to eliminate the a to suit how English creates its sentences, or maybe how surrounding languages, because languages definitely affect each other. So in this case, ni ba kokelebi, the verb ba usually may not require the a. But then in some context, let's say Huniah eba kokelebi, the Huniah hasn't come since morning. In this context, we still need the a. But then when you take the a from there, Huniah ba kokelebi. So to explain this, there are some verbs, okay, which can virtually exist without the a when the name is not mentioned. When a name is mentioned, and others will not make any sense. But to stay on a safer side, just use a throughout. And if you are in the Ghana speech community, where you may not necessarily need the a, people will definitely assist you, and you just try to keep that in mind. That's the only way I can say. But for now, I can tell you that ba would not always need the help of a, but then femo and then ya, they need it. And then ta, to mean finish, also needs the a. So eta, it is finished. Ne near eta, it always need the help of a. Okay, but then ba is something you can keep for now. That does not necessarily need the a. So I'll not bombard you much, but to grasp this little concept, because we shall move to the next topic. That's the negatives in the future sense. That's I would not go, I would not eat, I will not come. Okay, then after that we will do the fifth one, then the sixth one, where we are going to create complex sentences. So just keep this bit by bit, and then you will understand everything. So let's get back to the tour I was talking about. Yes, I went on a knowghanabetter tour. Knowghanabetter tour is a book I wrote myself. I started writing it when I was about 13 years old. Then someone may ask, at 13 years I was writing a book. Yes, I was just documenting pieces of history I learned. But as I was growing, I kept expanding it. And it finally became a very big masterpiece, which I finally outdoored. And to support anything I do, you can just buy the book, to go a long way to give me some financial assistance so that I can keep buy more equipment to improve the sound, to improve the camera quality. You can support me by just buying my book. And how do you get my book? The soft copy is available and the hard copy is available. For the soft copy, just go to Google Play Store and search Africa Read as written on the screen. And after you search Africa Read, you download the app and install on your phone. Then you open the app. Then you search knowghanabetter. After searching it, you can just purchase it in CDs. And if it's in dollars, it is less than $10. I think it's less than, but in CDs it's about 70 CDs. Just purchase the soft copy to support whatever I do. Also for the hard copy, if you need it, just send me an email, or you reach out to me on Instagram or on Facebook. And even if you are outside, I'll send it to you by post or by DHL. Either ways, if you're in Ghana, I can definitely show you how to get it. Okay, so also I had a tour to thank all the chiefs that helped me write this book. And This tour, I went to the Taffy Atome Monkey Sanctuary. I went to the Snake Village. I visited Jasikind and met with Nana Boachibia. Went to Nkwanta, Kitekrachi, the Yeji, so many places, Share Waterfalls. And all those videos are on my other channel. I have 2 channels at the moment. Well, I have 3, but one is on hold because I feel like I have to promote the Ghanaian languages more. Well, the third one is for promoting European languages like French and Spanish using Ghanaian languages. Yes, I speak French, Spanish, and German. But I wanted to use the Ghanaian languages to teach German, but for now it's on hold. I'll get back to that. Okay, but for now I want to handle the Ga-Dangme languages as well as the Guan and document much of our festivals and histories. So you can get that on my other channel. So just check the description box below. You will see my Guan channel and it will take you to my tour videos. So you start from the very first day and just follow everything. Also, if you wish to learn Guan languages like Latte, Efutu, and Co, they are all on my other channel. Just follow up and you won't regret it. Okay, so without much I say, don't forget to purchase Know-Ghana-Better. And I have written another book called The Pele Religion. It is the season of Pele. Pele is usually performed in the month of June, July across most Ga-Dangme communities, but it's also extended to August in some Ga-Dangme communities. So I'll be airing the Pele festival in July on this channel because I'll be covering it for you. But then to understand much of what is going on, kindly download the free book from Africa Read. Just download Africa Read and get a free book from there. You're not even paying a dime. You're not even paying a cent. Just download the complete book. I wrote it and it's for you. And if you feel like you want the direct book, kindly check my blog spot. That's https historicalhuniah.blogspot.com. Just look at the description box below and you'll find the blog spot there. Also, you can also go onto my website knowghanabetter.com and locate blog articles and you'll still see the Pele article there. Yes, read more on the Pele article so that as I air the festival, I don't have to explain much. You understand much of all what is happening. Because it's a very beautiful festival. Those of you who have been following the festival videos from the Abelewo Moti Domino, you know it's all these rites are being performed to usher in Pele. And trust me, Pele is a very massive festival which climax the entire Nongwa festival and much of the Ga-Dangme festivals. It's a very beautiful festival. And most people get confused with what is happening, so that's why you need to read now so you understand. So as you are watching, you would enjoy it much better. If you want to have a gist of Pele, kindly check the video hovering or the link hovering on the screen about the Mela. If you can't see it, just search Mela, NGMALA, Mela Festival on my channel, and you have a gist of what's about to happen. So without much I say, thank you very, very much for tuning in once again, and do well to share with others. Share this video because many people wish to learn Ga. Most of the time when I go on Facebook, most people are, where do I get to learn Ga? Most people, but they don't know that someone is even teaching it on YouTube. So please share. You can even share it on your WhatsApp status, share it in groups, share it on your Facebook platform, even copy it and share it on your True or Display or even your Instagram platform. Let more people discover this channel, and who knows, you've saved someone from a whole lot of stress. Thank you very, very much for tuning in with me, and yeah, you are done. Expect the next lesson.